So today we're going to dive into a really moving travelogue by Mahesh Podyal. It's this incredible story about a journey deep into a remote part of Nepal. But really, it's about an unexpected encounter that shows you the unbelievable power of hope, even when you're facing an unimaginable tragedy.
And it all starts with this one simple question. What can a handful of flowers build? I know, it sounds a little strange, maybe a bit poetic. But as you're about to see, the answer to that question, well, it's the entire heart of this story.
Okay, so our story kicks off right at the water's edge. We're on the banks of the Mugu Karnali River in Nepal, where the narrator and his friends see this quiet little ritual that just stops them in their tracks.
I want you to just picture this scene for a second. You've been walking uphill for 17 hours straight. You're just completely exhausted. And you finally arrive in this tiny remote village called Siri, a place so cut off from the world it has never ever seen a vehicle. And right there, by the river, are two little boys. One's about 10, the other maybe even younger.
Now, at first glance, you'd think they're just playing, right? But as the travelers watch a little closer, they realize, wait a minute, this is something else entirely. This is a puja, a worship ritual. And they're doing it with this seriousness, this focus that's just captivating, especially coming from kids so young.
And this quiet, almost mysterious ritual, well, it's the key that unlocks a story of really profound loss. The traveler's curiosity is what leads them to the emotional heart of why these two boys are here every single day offering flowers to the river. So of course they have to know more. The narrator and his companion, a traveler from New Zealand named Simon, they walk over to the boys. They're drawn in by this strange sight, and they just want to understand, so they gently start up a conversation.
And the narrator asks this one simple question, the one that peels back all the layers of this quiet moment to reveal something devastating. He just asks, why puja? The younger brother's answer is quiet, it's direct, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. This river carried our mother away. Wow. Just let that sink in for a second. In that single sentence, the whole scene just completely changes. This isn't just a ritual. It's an act of memory, an act of grief, and as we're about to find out, an act of incredible hope.
So the story comes out. About a year before, their mother was trying to cross that raging river. And the only way across was this broken, dangerous cable. And she fell. In their grief and their anger, the villagers cut down what the boys called the accursed cable. Her body was never recovered.
But, and this is where the story really takes a turn, out of that unbearable tragedy, these two boys constructed something truly remarkable. Not with wood, not with stone, but with this intricate and powerful faith, a kind of logic that was all their own.
The older boy starts explaining their plan. See, he's heard about this great temple way off in Kathmandu called Pashupatinath. And in his mind, the Mugu Karnali River flows directly there. He actually believes the flowers and the leaves they offer will be carried by the current like a direct message, a prayer to this powerful god.
Okay, so let's just break down this incredible logic. Step 1, you perform the puja, you send your offerings downstream. Step 2, the river acts as your messenger, delivering the tribute. Step 3, the big god sees how devoted you are and is pleased. And then, the final, most important step, the god will reward their village with everything it needs most: services, development, and a bridge. A bridge so that no one else's mother is ever taken by that river again. And this, right here, brings us to the central idea of the entire story. The boys aren't just dreaming of a bridge. In their own way, with their own hands, they believe they are already building it.
So this dream bridge, it's not just one thing, right? It has this dual meaning. On the one hand, yeah, it's the literal physical bridge they hope will one day be built. But it's also something so much more. It's a metaphorical bridge, one built out of pure hope, connecting their small, daily act of faith to a future that is safer and more connected.
In the older boy, he doesn't just hope for a bridge, no way. He actually makes a vow to the narrator. He says that when he grows up, he himself is going to build it. He's going to be the one to bring vehicles to his village, and he's going to snap all these ropes, ending the era of those dangerous makeshift crossings for good. Think about that. This is a child planning the future of his entire community.
I mean, just look at the contrast here. On one side, you've got this grim reality, a fatal crossing, total isolation. And on the other, you have this boy's vision, a vision born from that exact same tragedy, a safe bridge connecting his village to the world.
It's like a blueprint for a better future, forged in loss.
So in the end, the whole story comes full circle, doesn't it? Right back to those little offerings floating down the river, right back to that handful of flowers.
The final image the narrator leaves us with is of these two boys, these little pioneers of change, waving goodbye as the travelers leave. And what are they holding in their hands? More flowers. The very tools they are using to build their future, to construct their dream bridge. Their work is not done.
The author just captures it so perfectly in the story's final line. In their little, innocent eyes sparkled a big hope, a dream bridge that floated with all elegance.
You know, this story is such a powerful reminder that hope can be a form of action. It's not just a passive feeling. We literally just saw how a private grief was transformed into a public mission. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often does the blueprint for an entire community's future begin as a small, personal, and fiercely held dream?